guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please do subscribe. I'm here at my home this afternoon. I haven't gone out especially anywhere. I took Max out for a walk this morning around the Rochester field. It was lovely and quiet and peaceful. Max was able to play. My lovely Chihuahua. My Chihuahua has been with me all day. His name is Max. So, Alexa, what's the time, please?
It's 12:42 p.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Monday the 20th of February.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
How do you count cows? With a calculator.
Calculator. Right, guys, so whilst I was out on the field this morning, I rang my mother Jennifer up at the on the phone. I hadn't heard from my mother Jennifer since yesterday afternoon, which there's obviously answer phone messages left all over my phone. So I said to my mum, "How are you? I haven't heard from you this morning." And she said, "Yes, I did phone you." Well, there's no record of a phone call from my mother Jennifer at Double Gardens to my phone here at Corey's Road. There's no record of my mother's phone call at all to me, her daughter. She said to me that, did I want to go up today? And obviously I haven't gone up to see my mother at Double Gardens today. I've been here at Corey's Road, Rochester, all morning and the afternoon. I haven't been feeling too well. I felt a bit ill last night. Not majorly ill, just sick in the stomach because it's got hotter and etc. So I woke up this morning feeling a bit grotty and a bit like sick feeling in the stomach. Because I'm finding, now I'm going through the menopause, that my food is not digesting properly and it's digesting really slow, which is causing me to have massive heartburn and like a pain in my belly. So I thought, shall I go out and get some lunch today? Shall I get some lunch? Because yesterday I've been eating baked potatoes. So I've had 2 baked potatoes over the past 2 days, and I thought, well, I'm going to get myself a hot dog and a coffee from the Co-op. I've been feeling down lately. I'm not tragically depressed, not suicidally depressed, but because I haven't seen my son in nearly a month, and I haven't been really seeing my mum a lot either, I've been like stuck in the flat, not really talking to anybody, and it can get you down. And every time I go out, it's like, you know, I've had situations in shops where I've just felt like walking out because I've been treated like a dollop of shit, and it's not nice. Nobody likes to be ignored when they're at a counter. Nobody likes to be bumped into like you're not there and nobody apologising. So, you know, I've been feeling pretty awful. And I'm a spiritual person. I meditate. So I try and get the negativity out of how people treat me out of my mind, and I try and get on with things. I listen to music on my Alexa app. I dance. I try and keep fit. I try and motivate others to like get out of depression when I feel like I'm depressed at the moment, right now, this moment, about how I'm being treated outside. So I've had a beef with a neighbour upstairs for two years, and you know, it's got out of hand. So this morning I get up and I'm sat watching the telly. I'm a single woman by myself doing no harm to anybody. And I hear bleh, and I'm just minding my own business. I'm sat on my chair watching the telly, trying to do a YouTube video. Ignore it, put the telly up a bit louder. It's the guy upstairs above me. And half an hour later, I haven't gone out anywhere, I haven't done anything major, like go to the shops or anything, and it's like, I hear that above the ceiling, and it sounds funny, don't it? But it's not nice when you're feeling depressed and you're feeling not lonely. I haven't seen my son for nearly a month and I'm worried about him. So I ignore it. He goes off in a pair of like trousers like I wear on my videos. He's got his glasses on his head, on his black hair, and he's got a bottle of Lucozade in his hand, and he's walking like me down the road, and he's, like I said, he's got his glasses on his head, he's got his bottle of Lucozade and his white trousers, and he's obviously a bloke and I'm a woman. He's the same height-ish as me as well. So I went off this morning for a walk with Max, and I came back, and a guy with a bald head in these flats has got a car with an UGG number plate UG, and they've got a little chihuahua called Lexi. Now they're a nice family. I'm not saying they're not a nice family or anything, but I came home to a car with an UGG number plate parked outside my bedroom window, UG UGG. I came back into the flat, so I've been feeling down for a few days, and I needed cheering up. I don't want to feel depressed. I want something to make me feel happy, someone to be nice to me. It would be nice, right? I have, you know. And for goodness sake, you know, when you ask a neighbour politely, you know, you're just making the noise is a bit loud. Can you just like tone it down a bit? For someone to hold a grudge, when I'm not doing anything about his noise upstairs. I'm not doing anything at all. I'm not reporting him. I'm just putting up with it. So why hold a grudge? Why keep this bullying up just because of a neighbour dispute? It's ridiculous. It's got out of hand, and I'm just trying to get on with it and get on with my life. And so I take Max out on the field, talk to my mum, and she's talking about me involving the police. She said, "You're an adult, Ginestra. You're entitled to live your own life, and you'll know when to call the police." And that's what my mum Jennifer said to me this morning whilst I was walking past the builders on the field. She said, "You are an adult and you're entitled to have a life of your own. With all this bullying that's going on, forcing me to stay indoors and not go outside because I'm scared." I had a Twitter tweet yesterday morning telling me that I'm, paying someone to keep me from harm on Twitter, which scared the shit out of me. I haven't contacted the police about that yet, but every morning I check my phone to see what this bully and perpetrator is going to do and say next. Because doing the word harm means physical or mental harm to somebody, and that is a threat. So I came back in, he'd gone out, and I'm obviously scared living underneath the bloke. I'm scared of living underneath him. He scares me. I've had a whole week of horrendous noise. I believe he's bullying me and victimising me, although I can't prove it, and it's very frightening living in my flat at this moment. I'm a woman, and I've got men pushing past me and shoving past me, not apologising, and I'm frightened that I'm going to get pushed over, trod on and hurt. And that's how I feel at the moment. So I goes up towards the co-op in this yellow coat. I've been wearing this yellow coat. It's brand new. It's from Matalan. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with my face. There's nothing wrong with my head. I'm just an ordinary human being minding my own business. A grey-haired lady comes out of the co-op. She goes towards me. She looks at me. And she puts her hood over her head and walks off in the other direction. Fair enough, perhaps it was cold and she put her hood up even though the sun's shining. There's no wind out there. No, she looks at me, puts the hood over her head and walks the other way. Goes into the co-op and grabs my basket, and men just push past me. There are cameras in the co-op. So I've got 3 or 4 tall grown men. I'm 5'5" by the way, I'm tiny. We've got 6 foot men shoving past me, not apologising. And Kim talks to me. Kim always talks to me. She says, "How are you?" Yeah, like the same as usual. I'm feeling pretty shitty actually. I'm feeling awful, miserable, unhappy and bullied. So I get to my basket, grabs some really nice stuff to eat, which I'm going to eat by myself in my flat. You can't prove that you're being bullied. You can't. It's very subtle and it's very clever what they're doing. And to prove it, you need someone with you, like to take a video while you're walking past what people are saying behind my back and doing when I'm in a shop. I would need someone with a camera behind me filming what they're doing so that people can get an idea of what is going on. The victimisation and the bullying. There's nothing wrong with my face. Nothing wrong at all. There's nothing wrong with me at all. A bloke walks into the co-op with Puma top and trousers on, like my neighbour upstairs wears. So you get a big, really large bloke walking into the co-op with Puma clothes on, and I just get stuff I need, and I just want to live my life in peace. And remember what my mum said. She said, I'm an adult, I'm an adult, and I deserve my own life and to get on with it in peace, and not to be victimised and frightened to go out of my flat by bullying people. So I got Co-op Happy Spring 4 sprinkled top donuts. Jelly babies. Bananas. Fair trade bananas. Some rich and chocolatey profiteroles. Rich and chocolatey profiteroles from the Co-op. Maltesers Teasers bar. A Walls all day breakfast sausage baguette. So yeah, there's a bloke and a family in the flats that's got a similar chihuahua, but it's very, very tiny and fragile, a lot smaller than Max. And their dog is called Lexi. He's Max. We have an Innocent Invigorate super smoothie, Innocent Invigorate, with a little yellow bobble hat on. I don't drive a car, I'm not married, I'm single, and I have grown-up children. I don't have little ones. My children are in their 20s. I got a Costa Coffee Latte regular, and I was in the Co-op at 12:34 and 24 seconds on the 20th of February 2023. I also like to keep up to the news about Nicola Bulley. So I got the Sun today. I paid for my goods half card, half cash. And there's my Costa Coffee. This is happening every time I go out, and I've written about it in my diary from 2017. The way I'm being treated. When I used to go out with my dad, when I used to go out with my father Derek, this is no joke, this again happened in a pound shop. My dad, in about 2009, 10 or 11, took me into the pound shop in Chatham. This blonde woman burst into the Chatham pound store and went, "Fuck you," to me, and pushed past me. And my dad witnessed it. My father witnessed it. He went, "She told you to fuck off." I said, "I know. I don't even know the woman." This has been going on since I came down to Kent in 2008, this business. Treating me like I'm an outcast, sending me to Coventry, not speaking to me, making rude noises, coming into Chatham Library and farting and belching at me like he did this morning. And it was fat, it wasn't a proper... I know he smokes, but it was put on. June used to do it underneath me at Lansdowne Court. It's not nice. And someone needs to grow up. And we had a ginger bloke in Lansdowne Court like Prince Harry. We had a Dodie Fayed lookalike downstairs. We had a blonde this morning with Diana's haircut with a phone stuck out of her back pocket. This is stupid. It's victimisation and it's not fair. I wrote it down. Written it down. I don't know if I've got enough video footage. 2017. Somebody farting at me in the library. Sounds funny, doesn't it? Farts stink. It's also the smell, isn't it, of a fart. This is going back to February 2017. This is when I met Jake Smith as well, the guy with his 2 front teeth missing out of Facebook. February 2017, 5 years ago. I was the one who met Jake Smith out of Facebook at the Chatham railway station. It's funny because I read a page out on a video diary before I went into the co-op where men pushed past me. I read a page out loud. I read a page out loud about a man standing by me going, And that's exactly how I was treated in the co-op when I went in there after reading out a page out of this diary. I've written it in red. Happy Valentine's Day. Tuesday, 14th of February 2017. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. I feel like shit, really bad. I've got a stomachache, dry mouth, and I feel lethargic. Jason texts at 4:45 a.m. in the morning from Scotland. Ginger guy comes back in his blue jacket. Terry Pargeter is due round today, my worker from West Kent Housing. This is 16th of February 2017. Terry calls me on her mobile wanting to come round 10 minutes early. She comes round in her black car. This is Terry Pargeter, my worker 5 years ago. I've reached an exploding volcano level now. Michael Mackenzie rings before I have a bath, calling himself James. I tell him to go. So my life at Lansdowne Court was just men ringing up and abusing me over the phone. That's all it was. And I don't do that anymore. I just sit in my flat and be quiet. And guys try and push me over in the co-op, and I'm a tiny little woman. It's ridiculous.